Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 11, Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga, Cosmic Form of Bhagavan Krishna, verse 19. In the last verse, Arjuna said, Hare Krishna, in my opinion, in my view, you are imperishable. You are the supreme being. You are the only truth to be known. You are the supporter of this world. You are the protector of Dharma. You are the only Purusha. Arjuna is saying, he is praising Bhagavan Krishna. He is seeing the fact and he is expressing it. We have already seen Bhagavan Krishna is imperishable. All are subject to Kala Chakra. Everyone, without exception, is subject to Kala Chakra. But Kala Chakra is in the hands of Bhagavan Krishna. This we have already seen. Now, verse 19. It is a wonderful verse. Anadimadyantamanantaviryam anantabhagum shashishurya netram pashyami tvam dita udashavaktam swadejasa vishwamidam tapantam. Again. Anadimadyantamanantaviryam anantabhagum shashishurya netram pashyami tvam dipta udashavaktam swadejasa vishwamidam tapantam. Now Arjuna is saying Anadi Madhyantam, that is, Swami Chinmayananda says, this form is without beginning, middle and end. This already he has said that. Ananta Viryam, infinite power. Ananta Bahum, with infinite number of hands. The term infinite hands, according to Swami Chinmayananda, it means the essential strength behind every arm, every hand that acts. Then Sashishurya Netram. Swami Chinmayananda again says, this represents the principle of light. All eyes in the universe are described as pair of eyes for the universal form of Bhagavan Krishna. Hence it is Sashishurya Netram. Then Deepta Udasa Vaktram. That is, according to Swami Chinmayananda, this represents the principle behind speech and the principle behind the taste. He gives examples such as, generally we say heated discussion, fiery speaker, all these kind of words we use. So he says this represents the principle behind speech. Then Swadejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam. According to Swami Chinmayananda, it represents the light of consciousness. Not only illumines itself, but also imparts warmth of life to the entire universe. I have shortened whatever he said. Swami Chinmayananda, whatever he said, I have shortened it and given the crux of what he said. So, but with greatest respect, I have a slightly different interpretation on this verse. In verse 16, Arjuna saw the cosmic form of Bhagavan Krishna. In verse 17, he saw Bhagavan Krishna with conch, crown and mace. That is, every day he is prostrating before Bhagavan Krishna in Sandhya Vandana. Again and again I need not repeat. He says, Keyuravan, Maharagundalavan, Kriti, Hari, Hiranmayavabahu. So he prostrated in that form. So he saw in that form. Then in verse 18, he understood the shining of Bhagavan Krishna. It is because of his innate qualities. It is not the outer one. The crown or the mace cannot add even 1% value to Bhagavan Krishna. It is all because of his innate, the shining of his body is because of his innate qualities. He is a Dharma Prabhu and he is imperishable. The only truth to be known that he understood in verse 18. Now in this verse, he is seeing Bhagavan Krishna's tejas in a blazing form. In spite of his having divine eyes, which was given by Bhagavan Krishna to see the cosmic form, the tejas of Bhagavan Krishna, it is in a blazing light form, emanating from the body of Bhagavan Krishna. It is so much, he is unable to control his surprise. The Krishna's blazing light is like midday summer sun. Even through divine eyes, it was difficult to see. The very important term in this verse, according to me, is Swa-tejasa, that is self-luminous. For example, I repeat, because this is very important. For example, sun is self-luminous. It does not require another light to see the sun. You don't light a candle to see the sun or a torch light. Moon is not self-luminous. Unless sun is there, moon cannot exist. Because the moonlight, we all know, it is the sun's light. In this verse, Arjuna calls Krishna as Swadejasa, that is self-luminous. All objects and beings of this world are not self-luminous. Except you may say radium is self-luminous, sir, because in the night also I can, in the pitch dark also I can say. That is an exception, but the dharma behind it is also Bhagavan Krishna, that will come later. Those days, whenever there was a power cut in our house, the first thing, I am saying 20, 30 years, 40 years back, the first thing my father used to say was, don't move till I get the candle. He was a perfectionist. If he keeps something in a place, even pitch dark, he will go and pick it up. He used to keep the candle and matchbox at one place. And when he says, don't move, everybody sit in the same place or wherever you are, be there. Then he will go to that place. He will try to pick the candle and matchbox. One of them will not be there. Then its pressure will shoot up. He will shout. We used to sit in the dark silently, not knowing who is sitting next to you, who is standing, who is walking, and which oil can is kept in the middle of the hall. We didn't know. So when power comes, we will see everything. We are not self-luminous. Because of the light coming out and then it gets reflected or refracted from us, from our body, we are able to see other things. But Bhagavan Krishna is Swa-tejasa, that is self-luminous. He does not require another light to see him. Now, treat the sun as Bhagavan Krishna. And let us read the verse, because sun is self-luminous. So treat the sun as Bhagavan Krishna and let us read and understand the verse. Even the darkest clouds, thick clouds, cannot hide the light of the sun. Now, Anadi Madhyantam. For the sun, who can say what is the beginning, what is the middle, and what is the end? No one can say, because it is light. Then Ananta Viryam, the Shakti of the sun is infinite. If you keep fire to a oil well, petrol oil well, or any oil well, there are many oil wells in Iran, Iraq, everywhere. Suppose somebody, I am saying accidentally, it catches fire. Then it may burn for maximum 30 days, 60 days. After that, fuel will get exhausted. It will automatically doze off. Sun is there for millions of years. Day after day, its power seems to have increased and not reduced by an inch. If you go out, it's actually a burning sensation. Every day its power is increasing. All the living beings of this world gets energy from the source, that is sun, either directly or indirectly. The source of power is sun only. So Ananta Viryam, infinite power. Then Ananta Bahum. For the sun, the rays of the sun are its hands. Can you count how many rays are there? The hands of the sun. It is there in all directions. The rays are infinite in number. Hence he says Ananta Bahum. Then Sasishurya Netram. If sun has eyes, naturally the eyes will also be emitting rays. Arjuna is seeing one eye as sun and the other as moon. You go to a doctor, check your eyes. He will prescribe 1.75 for the right eye and maybe 1.25 for the left eye. There will be two different power. That is why he says sun and moon are the eyes of Bhagavan Krishna. The tejas of Bhagavan Krishna is there throughout the day and also in the night. That may be another reason why he is saying your one eye is sun and another is moon. Deepta Udasa Vaktra. That is, if sun has a mouth, then naturally its mouth will be throwing out fire. Have you seen any yaga or yajna? Please go and see. There will be a small trough in which they pour the ghee or put other offerings to Agni. The Pandit will be very careful because even before he puts the offering into fire, the tongue of fire will leap out and it may burn the hands of the Pandit. That is why when the last offering is made in any yaga or yajna, that is Purnahuti, when ghee is poured into that trough, it will be poured through a long wooden stick and the other end of the stick the Pandit will hold in a slightly slanting position, that stick, and he will pour the ghee. Then the ghee will flow through that stick and then it will get into the mouth of that Agni, fire. Why? Because the tongue will come out, the tongue of that fire will come out to take that ghee. It will burn the hands. That is why he is very careful. The first pressure cooker technology, it was given by Bhagavan Krishna only. If patent has to be given, it has to be given only to Bhagavan Krishna. Our body is a pressure cooker. Mouth is the nut which is on top of the pressure cooker. When the mind gets heated up, then we shout like the whistle of pressure cooker. After 4 or 5 whistles, the pressure cooker cools down. You switch off the pressure. Similarly, when you shout 4 or 5 times or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, your body cools down and then you keep mum. Similarly, the stomach, the fire is burning. When you are hungry, my stomach is burning, people used to say. Then we throw balls of food like they throw sand on the fire. You throw balls of food and then dose of that fire. So the point is the mouth. If sun had a mouth, then it will also be full of fire. Then Vishwamidam Tapantam. The sun lights up the entire universe and heats up everything. The heat of sun, especially during summer, is unbearable. We all know 50 degrees, 48 degrees. Even government advisory is don't go out unnecessarily. So Vishwamidam Tapantam, it warms up the entire universe, the Tejas. But understand, who gave power to sun? Who gave light to sun? Sun, according to me, is not Swatejas. Swatejas. It is not having self-illumination. Sun gets its power from Bhagavan Krishna only. Not only this sun, but thousands of suns, they all get their power from Bhagavan Krishna only. That is why I said, for example, it is only for understanding purpose. Krishna is the Dharma Prabhu. He is Dharmatma. He is Dharma. the Shakti behind everything, the taste behind everything, the dharma of everything is because of Krishna only. The taste of salt is salty because its dharma is saltiness. Sugar is sweet because its dharma is sweetness. Sugar cannot, throughout your life or in the next generations to come also, unless you change the name, sugar will always taste sweet. Salt will be salty because the dharma of salt is saltiness. Dharma of sugar is sweetness. Dharma of sun is light and heat. All these dharmas, they are all maintained by whom? Who gave that dharmic power? Who is the principle of dharma behind everything? It is Bhagavan Krishna. That is why he is Svatejasa, that is self-luminous. In this verse, Arjuna is seeing Bhagavan Krishna's tejas as a big fireball, blazing light, like a sun. And hence he is expressing it in so many words. This is my view. Again, verse 19. अनादिमध्यान्तमनन्तवीर्यम् अनन्तभागुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रम् पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तौदाशवक्त्रम् स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम्. One more time. अनादिमध्यान्तमनन्तवीर्यम् अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तौदाशवक्त्रं स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम्. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Hari Om. Sarvam Krishnarpnamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana